friends! Welcome back to my 6th video from my Vlogmas series, where I'm happy to share what music has taught me over the years in the form of a short story time where I have developed the content into 6 main ideas that I'm going to develop, and why not create this discussion in a more collaborative way with you. And for this I invite you to share your views and insights in the comment section if you feel that there is a certain experience that is meaningful to you. The first thing that comes to my mind when I look back is building discipline. That is a vital one. Playing music does require a lot of discipline, regardless whether you feel like practicing at a given time or not. Ultimately, practicing is a behavior that gets built up with literally exercising those techniques, pieces on the instrument every single day. In terms of discipline, I actually find music quite similar to Vlogmas. You just set your intention and then you just do the work for making it happen. I remember I was not keen into practicing until the age of 8 or so, when I started performing on stage more often than before at the time. And it was something that clicked in me, and I started practicing by myself a little bit every day. It was not much, but I knew that was something that I wanted to do. It was a process. And I somehow got the feeling that if I wanted to be on stage and get that magnificent feeling from the audience, then that needed practice. So it came natural for me to correlate these two together. So practice and performing go hand in hand. Okay, so if I want to perform, then I also need to practice. So they will go hand in hand, and that's it. I was not aware of it back then, but now when I look back, practicing every day was a habit that helped me a lot in getting things done and commit to them on the long run. Also, family environment plays a very important role in this. I personally come from a musical family. However, I do believe that learning music can happen in any environment where there is an interest in music and support for learning a music instrument. Another thing that comes to my mind when I look back is patience. Patience is very important, and it is literally the key in doing anything that you want on the long run. We all know that things are not always quick to do or easy to get. And how we do one thing is how we do everything. The patience that we have today will enable us to achieve a goal tomorrow. Also, another interesting thing that I have noticed is that my listening skills have improved once I cultivated my patience. And this refers not only to listening to music, but also to listening to people. Perseverance. Even when things are not easy, keep going. This is how life works, and running away from what we consider to be hard does not actually serve us on the long run. Instead, it makes us less firm in our decision making, I believe. That's my opinion on it. And of course, I believe that perseverance is much more easier to cultivate when we do something that we love. In my case, this is how it has worked, but I'm also curious to see what has worked for you. Another thing that music has taught me is selectiveness. I remember planning nearly everything around my practice schedule when I was in school. And there were some individuals who used to criticize me for this, and some other individuals who resonated with this. And I think it is important to do your thing, as this is about your life, not about someone else's. And if you are looking for approval in the wrong circles of friends or colleagues, move on. We're not here to live on someone else's expectations, but to actually do the thing that we need to do. You cannot please everybody, and you shouldn't. The sooner we get this, the better for everybody involved. The next important aspect that comes to my mind when I think of music is time management. And this is a process, and I'm still learning how to manage my time wisely and efficiently. The key question is, how well do we manage to gain the highest level of efficiency within the shortest amount of time? Cool question, I know. This is another skill that comes with regular practice. By allocating a specific time for a task, we actually set our intention to finish it within that time interval. Of course, there is a downside to it, and that is allocating too much time on a certain task, especially when you do not know your working style well enough yet. I have done this multiple times, and I am still in the learning process with this. This is another skill that takes time and goes hand in hand with patience and perseverance. And finally, the most amazing thing that comes to my mind when I think of music is inspiration. Basically, when we feel inspired by something, we feel a sort of ecstatic energy that gives us the impulse to want to copy what we see. And that is what happens usually with kids when they take decisions to learn specific activities or instruments or sports. They are not necessarily conscious of it, but they just do it because they like it or because there is something that attracts them towards that activity. This is how it happened in my case when I was about 5 years old, when I started playing the violin. And I remember I just wanted to copy the rhythms of some ABBA music that I used to listen on an audio tape. And now, before ending the vlog, I would like to thank you so much for watching this video and for staying here with me until the end of it. I really appreciate that. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe to it if you find this content inspiring. Also share and like the video if you enjoy this content, and why not take part in developing this discussion further by sharing your experiences that have taught you something meaningful to you in the comment section. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.